So Tony has a little bit of a project sitting on his workbench. Yeah, well, you've got a pin in your leg, haven't you?
Yes.
Oh, skateboarding accident. And then he came back about 10 minutes later and said, Dad's still on the floor. And now he's going, oh, it's freezing out here, and he's shaking a lot. We're bringing the desk in that Tony's finished doing. So Tony has a little bit of a project sitting on his workbench. But it's got quite a few things wrong with it, hasn't it, Tony?
Oh, yes.
Well, there's an obvious one.
Obvious one there, yes.
Yes.
And all this
There's
is...
also... Oh, yeah, that's a bit...
It's also coming
wibbly
apart.
wobbly. Okay. And then it has these little wheels, but one of those is missing on this corner. We don't think we've got one of those. Might be that you just have to take those off, Tony.
Maybe.
Maybe. What else does it need?
Well,
Okay.
this is made, obviously, it's all been made with animal glue. And over the years, it dries up and comes apart.
Okay.
So
How old do we think this is?
I don't know.
Well, looking at those little wheels,
Yeah.
I'd think at least back as far as late 1800s.
Oh, crikey, yeah.
Maybe earlier than that.
Maybe.
It's also got these, it's got two flaps, which I want to keep out so that I can use it as a good sized desk.
Well, we'll see. This one's
And
missing.
yeah, it has these little, what do you call that, brackets to hold those up.
Yep.
And obviously you can
Really
see that
been-
there's,
Really been
Yeah.
really well made when it was first.
yeah, but it's all a little bit warped, isn't it?
Yes.
Anyway, so there's brackets need sorting out. There's missing screws on the other side of the brackets, isn't there?
Yeah.
And then there's two drawers. So they need work to help them run in and out nicer. Is all of this decorative bit in place? It's rather pretty. Well, it looks like there might be a tiny piece missing off of this corner, but you wouldn't notice that.
Piece missing here as well.
Well, that will be the back, won't it? So that will be against the wall, so we're not too worried about that. As long as Tony can make it nice and workable and sturdy for me, and so that we can have these flaps out. And also here, there's missing screws on the hinges. The top is quite stained and marked up, so I'm not sure what we can do with that, but it is going to be a working desk, so I'm not going to entirely repolish it. It's a very pretty design. Love these, they call these barley twists, don't they? These.
Yes.
Okay.
Something holding that in here.
Oh, these are the drawers. I mean, it has had some form of decoration on there, but again, I don't think we're going to be able to do much with that. But we'll just clean it all up and polish it up. And it's going to make a lovely little desk for me. The middle piece and the front one are coming out, but not the back one. But it's coming out at the top on the back, Tony.
Yes.
There we are. Ah.
That doesn't want to come out.
Oh.
Yes. can see the animal glue that they've used in here.
Oh yeah. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, goes sort of crunchy looking, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Rusty looking.
Yeah.
Well, you've took a lot of it apart, obviously.
Yes.
How are you repairing it?
I've made this peg.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's for the main bar across the
Yeah, drilled a hole in there.
bottom.
And now I'm going to drill a hole in here, and hopefully I won't be too far out.
Brilliant.
Yes, getting that accurate is very
Yeah.
hard.
You've got to drill a hole in this piece.
Yeah.
So you're strengthening it with the new dowel.
Yeah, and I shall glue it all together and
Yeah.
then hopefully.
Well, that ties the two table legs together, but it's not going to have any weight on it, is it?
No, but it'll be okay.
That wood looks really red.
It is, yes.
So is that different wood from the rest of it? The actual
Well,
turned
obviously-
pieces?
Obviously, all the pieces that are not on show to keep costs down. Back in the day, they made it out of softwood. The
Ah,
pieces that are on show. This is a real hardwood,
right.
almost like a fruit tree. I think. I don't know.
It looks very red. Is it mahogany?
Yeah, mahogany's not as
That's more orange, isn't it?
yeah.
So is that actually burning that smoke?
No, it's not burning it.
I mean, it's heating it up, isn't it,
Yes.
to make the wood smoke?
Yes.
Could you start a fire with the drill?
I don't know. It's possible.
Oh, almost there. Tiny bit more, I think. Yeah, little tiny bit more down. It's quite straight though.
Yeah, not as
Not as what?
not as straight as I want it.
Oh.
Nearly there.
Okay. Oh, we've got to splint it while it dries.
Oh yes.
Oh. Like a broken leg.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, you've got a pin in your leg, haven't you?
Yes.
Skateboarding accident. Well, it was.
Yes.
Yeah. Tony built our son a skateboarding ramp. And then our friend came round to borrow some things, some tools out of the garage, which is at the end of the garden, where the skateboard ramp was, wasn't it, Tony?
It was.
And Tony had already had a couple of glasses of wine, hadn't you? He went down there
Several glasses of Chateau
in the dark with his friend to go and get this drill or whatever it was he wanted to borrow. And our son had left his skateboard on the ramp, hadn't he? And Tony decided it was a good idea to have a go.
Yes.
Yeah. How long did your skateboarding career last?
About 1.5 seconds.
And at the time, our son, he must have been around 10, 11.
Something like that.
He was going through a phase of winding you up, sort of joking. He would come and tell you things that weren't really true, but for a laugh. So he came back into the house and he said, "Oh, Dad's been on my skateboard. He fell off and he's lying on the floor going, ow, ow." So we just laughed and carried on having a glass of wine. And then he came back about 10 minutes later and said, "Dad's still on the floor." And now he's going, "Oh, it's freezing out here," and he's shaking a lot. So we took him a bit more seriously that time. Anyway, Tony ended up in hospital for about a week with metal pins in his ankle, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, and it still bothers you now when it's cold, doesn't it?
It does a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, then that's nearly there, I think.
And then because we were young and we had a big mortgage and children, Tony had to go back to work quite quickly, so he went back to work with a big plaster on his foot, didn't you?
Yes. Indeed.
Because he was self-employed at the time, there was no sick pay. How are we getting on? That's...
Not bad, I'm not totally happy.
So, will we be able to fill it that afterwards?
Do you have what? Fill it?
Fill it,
Yeah,
like
with some-
where the two joins are?
Yes.
Right. I'll polish it up with something.
Actually, I might actually use some resin on this.
Ah. Strong stuff, isn't it, resin?
Hmm?
Strong stuff, the resin.
Yes.
I mean, it's quite cold. Will it all set, the glue and the resin
yeah.
and things? It's quite cold out here in the workshop. I suppose you could take that bit indoors in the warm.
It's nearly there, but I'm not. That's where I want it to be.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good match, isn't it? Oh, it's got to come around a bit. Yeah.
It wants to go back that way. doesn't
Yeah,
it?
and it doesn't meet anywhere near as good like that. Bit of a perfectionist, Tony. Considering that piece is going to be underneath, and you probably won't even see that piece.
Oh yes, there is that.
Because this is the bottom of the table here, and that's the underneath piece he's working on.
It's nearly there.
But it's got to be straight to match up with the other side, hasn't it?
It's got to go back together again, quite.
Yeah. Tony has just found these, which we bought at a Brocantes. Oh, back in the UK, wasn't it?
Mm.
A few years ago, and we've never used these. Now these are the lion's claw, lion's paw wheels. So he's thinking, obviously we've got set 4 of these, that if we took the tiny piece off of that these would work very well in replacement of the other, where there's one missing. I think it's a really good idea, because we found something perfect to use them on. I think they'll really suit that table. They're about the right period as well, aren't they?
Hmm.
Yeah, so what else have you been working on?
Well, not a lot really, just trying to...
I saw you working on the main pole across the bottom, which is now indoors drying.
Yes.
And you've just been taking bits apart and working out how to do stuff, yeah?
Yeah, not a lot, but yes.
Oh, okay. Well, it takes time, doesn't it?
Yes, because if you, for instance...
Well, you could bring it indoors and do some of it indoors.
Yes.
Where it's
on
a bit
your new
warmer.
kitchen floor.
On my new kitchen floor, no, I'm not sure about that.
No, not unless
You could do it in the hall.
If I don't put it together all in one piece, there's a chance that some pieces would not be in the right position, and then when you rigidly put that together, like if I was to put that back in there,
some things have to be lined up at the same time, yeah.
Indeed.
Okay, well, I'm going to finish the filming there for today then.
Okay.
And then I'll come back and film the rest of it when you're doing things tomorrow.
Yes.
So, as you can see, Tony's brought part of the table. This is the underneath bar, and they'll have another set of legs on that side. But this is the bar that he's mended. He's brought it in here to make sure that it's drying out, which it is, because it's a lot warmer in here with the underfloor heating. It's lovely. Right, Tony's trying to put these brass feet on the table that he's renovating. I'm just going to try and give them a bit of a clean up. I've got some Starwax metal polish here. It says copper, copper, brass and bronze. So let's see if we can clean these up. I don't want to clean them up sparkly clean because it's meant to be antique-y, but I want to give them a bit of a polish. Let's see how we get on. I think we may have a lacquer on these. Doesn't seem to be doing a lot, does it? Obviously I haven't given any elbow grease yet. Let's just cover it in polish. It's completely brass, even the wheels. Yes, I expected it to do a bit more than that. Never mind. Right. Yeah, the wheel's definitely a lot cleaner. Maybe I'll buff it up with a soft brush. Well, let's see what Tony thinks. Yeah, that's definitely a lot better, isn't it?
I wanted it still pitted.
I didn't want it looking very new.
And it's certainly not that.
Oh, yeah. Actually, now I've compared it, the wheel's all nice and clean.
Good.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Good.
Right, I'll take the others away and do those,
No,
shall I?
you can take the next one. I need that one to go back, else I'm going to compute which one is which.
Right. So this is where Tony's cut the wood down.
Unfortunately, these being cast brass,
Yeah.
they're all different, so I've got to make
All
it,
slightly different, are they?
yeah, so I've got to make it to fit
Okay.
everyone.
So can we see what you're doing there?
Yes, I'm now cutting the shoulders down because it's touching at the bottom and not at the top.
Oh, okay. So this is what you've had to. So this is the piece that fits inside the paw,
This is it.
and then there's a bracket. Excellent.
Bracket
Then
goes
there's a
on there.
bracket that goes underneath,
2 screws in here. We're all
and
the way.
then screws in the side of
Yeah,
here.
well, this is where the strength is here.
Yeah. That's
But
going to be really smart, actually. Yeah. Oh, careful.
My
Show
leg-
us.
My legs fell off.
Oh,
You can have this one,
tip this one up for us
Yeah.
so that we can see it from the top. What it's going to look like when you're seeing it. So when the table is standing up. Wow, I really love that.
Good.
Wow.
Obviously I've got staining inside of these two sides here.
I know. Doesn't quite meet.
But that's what's going on.
I really love that. And it's better than the silly little tiny ones that were on there.
Well, they had no strength whatsoever. And,
and that was just on one little
they
pivot.
was ready to fall off. Parallel with it.
Okay, right, I'm going to polish the next one. Yeah. Tony's got the table all clamped up, so he's reassembled it. So you've re-glued all these joints, clamped it all back together where you've mended everything, put the feet on. What's going on here? Oh.
Well, it's been extremely cold in here.
So you're trying to see if the glue's set. That didn't look as if it had, did it?
No, what I think I'll do is unclamp
Should we?
it and take it indoors for an hour or so.
Oh
yeah.
You think it's gone off? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you've done very well so far. There's quite a lot of work involved.
Yes, for a tatty bit of furniture.
It's not a tatty bit of furniture. It'll be a lovely piece of furniture when you finish, Tony.
Yes.
And I shall get many hours of use out of it. It's actually going to be a really pretty piece of furniture with all this fancy edging and the barley twist. Oh, and look at this. Tony's practised a little bit on this one with some furniture wax.
Yeah.
It just livens it up, doesn't it? So, have you done anything to the drawers?
I've made them.
Oh, this is the back of the drawers, isn't it?
They're phony doors.
They're fake ends, yeah. Faux doors, is that what you call them? And this is the back of the piece, because it's not being used as a table in the centre of the room. You won't see this, but there is a little piece missing there. But that will be against this is going against the unused fireplace in my office cum room of doom. Which is basically my office and my storage room and my bedding and towels and storage and arts and crafts storage and everything.
What I should do is...
So have you looked at the drawers yet, or is that next step? Do they need any work?
Just a bit of
Loosening up?
work, that's all, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so have you got something to put on that join that you made up there to
Here,
disguise that a little bit?
I've got to fill the other side of this,
Yeah.
and then I shall dull that down so you don't see it,
Yeah.
rub it down.
Yeah. Wow, how solid is that?
Yes.
Yeah, don't pull it about too much if you're not sure if it's set.
Well, I'm going to clean the top bit up, replace a few bits of wood.
Oh, okay. What's that you've got there? A little bit that's split.
The bit that's come out of there.
Ah, it's like putting a jigsaw puzzle back together.
I should do that.
Okay.
And then clean it up, fill where I've got to fill, and then yes. There you are.
Okay. So tomorrow Tony will be doing the finishing touches with the touching up where he's filled, and then once that's dried, he can polish it all up, and I can have it back. Well, I can have it for the first time in my room of doom, my office cum storeroom and workroom. So Tony's working on the desk in the hallway here because it's a bit warmer, because you needed the filler to dry, didn't you?
Oh yes.
So, what are you actually doing at the moment?
I'm staining down the filler.
And this is the last bit, isn't it?
Yep.
So we're not worrying too much about the top because I'm using it as a desk anyway.
Well, not only that, it's either that or
don't really want to sand
I take
it.
the top off altogether, and then, but really, it's a working piece of furniture, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
And I don't be worrying too much about scratching it and getting ink on it and things, so it's perfect for me. Is it? It is veneered, isn't it?
It is a veneer.
Yeah, so you can't just sand it back.
I could. No, I can't. Unless it'd take the veneer right off.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
No, I'm happy with it the way it is. Give it a polish up of a bit of wax, and it's perfect working table for me. I don't like to be worrying too much about whether I'm scratching a piece of furniture. We're the same with the dining table, aren't we?
Yeah.
So this is just a satin coloured varnish, just to match the colours in where you had to fill it.
Well, for example, here,
Yeah.
this was snapped completely off.
Yeah, that was the worst part, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So you had to do.
I've drilled either side, put a rod in it, and then resined it back together again, and now I'm just getting rid of the filler.
Excellent.
And
And this
that's it.
will dry satin as well. It won't be as shiny. It's shiny at the moment because it's wet.
Yeah.
And this is the last touch, and then I'll show you when Tony puts it in place for me. Well done, Tony. And have you loosened up the drawers for me?
I have, yes.
Yeah, because they will get a lot of use. Brilliant. And you've replaced the... Oh, excellent. Oh, yeah, they're much smoother.
Yeah.
And you've replaced the arm that was missing under one of these.
Yeah.
Is it this side?
No, this side. I made an arm the same as the other side.
Yeah, look, Tony's actually made a new one. It's a fit. Brilliant. Well done. Oh, that's a good idea, just to... Will you wipe it off again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, get rid of the worst of the scratches. There's a little one on this side.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then just wipe it off.
Yes.
Need a bit of a tidy up, don't we?
Yes.
I know it looks like a bomb's hit it in here. This is my... I'll give you a sneaky peek. This is my room of doom. Although a lot of it has started getting organised. Anyway, this is... For the time being, the desk is going back in the corner. Some of this stuff has come off of the old desk. Oh. So, we're bringing the desk in that Tony's finished doing. Yeah?
Yeah.
I might need to move this one now because I'm not sure that's going to fit, this little one in the corner here. Not sure if this one's going to fit anymore. Do you want me to help? Mind you've got wheels, haven't you, Tony?
Wheels.
Tony's got wheels, look, where he's put the new lion's claw feet on it. And then we need to tidy up, Tony. Look at the mess.
Yes.
Right, let me tidy it up then.
Tidy what up?
This it needs at least a sweep.
Look on in.
Right. Sweep the floor. Yeah, it's a bit dusty. It gets dust comes down this chimney sometimes. A little bit. Right. It's easy on wheels, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
Right, can we have the leaves out, please? Oh, actually, that doesn't sit on the mat. That's good. And I'd like the leaves out, please, because I shall...
Both of them?
Yes. I had the leaves out on the other table.